hope traders and investors alike were green today. So we have GPD coming up tomorrow morning. We have earnings. We're right in the middle of one of the biggest earnings weeks of the year. So we have Apple and Amazon coming up tomorrow. They can definitely move the market. The market's still trying to remain bullish. Earnings put a hurting on it this morning, but we were able to recover. Anyway, we have a lot to go over, but we also have a lot of charts to look at. So let's get started on the charts, and we'll talk about stuff as we go. So AMC here, we managed to put in a higher low, so we're expecting a move up. We've been getting it. Unable to close over that 20 so far, but the 9 is rolling up. Chart still looks decent here. Prefer it close over that 20, but there's been money there to be made. Our put to call ratio, we're at 90. So we have finally took this trend line out that I've been watching, trying to move deeper into the neutral zone. This is the oscillators for the for the NASDAQ 285. We're definitely getting warm there. We're at 230 on the New York Stock Exchange, definitely getting warm there. The S&P 500, the SPX, we're right into the daily 20 here, also coming into that downtrend. This is exactly why I like to use the SMAs. They are always at an area of interest, always. The EMAs didn't quite do that for me. It's just a preference, personal choice. So we can see our AD line following our moving average. It is now come correct with the market. This divergence right here is one of the divergences that we were looking at, expecting this market to change. This is another thing we were expecting. We got this wedge, looking for this rounded top as well. I was calling it a rounded top for a while, and I drew this wedge because that's what I was wanting to see below. But you still got this rounded top here. If you just spotted that out, you would have had, bearishness in mind. Took the 50 out on our way down. But this is definitely one of the things we've been watching, and it's why we thought the market was going to turn bullish. VIX rolling over here. VIX, you can see the downtrend that's been on in the 15. Crude, nice candle today. Our energy charts, we got a lot of charts breaking out, not just energy. So this is our advanced decline lines. You can see they're all curled up here. Our moving averages on our advanced decline lines are turning up as well. It's a good sign. All right, so this is a chart we're introducing tonight. You guys have heard me talk about the highs versus the lows in the market, and you can see we are now starting to finally turn positive, where we have more highs than what we have market lows. So this means there's more stocks hitting highs than what we have hitting lows for a change. So we're finally seeing a difference. We need to see at least 3 days, 4 days, maybe even a week in a row. Would be huge if we, know that possibly a turning point here. I'm definitely not looking for an all-time high or nothing like that. Just a bull, bear market rally. Apple still looks really good here. So we got to watch for the daily 50, but you're trying to flag here on the daily. Waiting on that 9 to catch up. AMD's trying to bang out a bottom or hammer out a bottom there. It's been weak. You can see AMD's weekly trying to trend back up. AMD's just been super weak. Affirm, this has been strong. Had this little symmetrical triangle here. It's nothing textbook, but we ended up breaking out of that. Nice move up there. You see Affirm's 15-minute. Nice big push yesterday. Nice rally today. We've seen a nice rally, then a big pullback. That's a day trader's dream right there. AA Alcoa pushing up right into the Bollinger Bands there. Good MACD on that. Amazon. So Amazon's been kind of a wild ride today, just like the rest of the stocks. Honestly, the chart looks just about the same. Big push up, big pullback. Day trader's dream. Trends in both ways. We're still watching this head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, to see if it formed. It's not formed. It's not confirmed. AMC has provided 2 nice trades there, 2 nice trading days. Plenty of trends. AMD, plenty of trends yesterday. Today, it was a nice trader today, honestly. Look, calls on the way up, puts on the way down, let it build the base down here. After hours was a nice push. NVIDIA had a nice push as well. Amazon pulled back today. We need to hold this. It's in a pretty tough situation there. Sitting right on that 9 and 20. We need to stay above that. Coming into earnings tomorrow after hours. You can see Apple here, kind of tight range for a while, pushed up. You can see struggling in the same area right here that we struggled with yesterday. Big pullback there, took the 200 out, was able to take it back by the end of the day. You can still see the relative strength there in the weekly chart, but you can also see we're stuck right in between that 9 and 20. No matter what time frame it is, you don't want to be wedged in between the 9 and 20. You just don't want to be wedged in between two moving averages. You need room to move to make money. ARK has seen a big reversal. You can see where we closed over this downtrend. We were able to open up over the downtrend. We did push up today, had a nice push. It did pull back, but kind of just following the market on that pullback. Now this one, they had earnings, had a pullback. Pre-market had a nice reversal. We'll talk about it when we get to the 15-minute chart. Great opportunity today to be in a Discord. Bitcoin weekly, nice push there. Bitcoin daily, nice push. Boeing, here we go. Here's the 15-minute chart. So earnings, it was kind of all over the place, recovered, was trying to hold in, and then we got news come across their squawks about the 737 MAX possibly not being ready till 2024, and this thing just sold off all day long. Huge opportunity there. I did not trade this. Looking at it now, I kind of wish I did. Stayed focused on the SPX, but this was a very, very nice trade for anybody who was able to take advantage of that. Build-A-Bear broke out this bottom ascending triangle, nice push right into your daily 200, and seeing rejection there. It's pretty extended. It needed a day off. Charge point, it's trying to plow its way. It did get back above the 9s, trying to struggle here with a 20. MACD's changing character there. A lot of stuff, a lot of these charts are changing. Chewy, we got a nice breakout out of our little bull pennant there. So it's an ascending triangle. It's just not perfect. But we did get a breakout above this 200, trying to pull back today, just like the rest of the market. You can see here a big push and come back. Nice pop there in after hours, though. Consumer staples, nice push. We are outside of our Bollinger Bands, back above the 50 here. Crowd's trying to break out of this little, it's a bear flag. If we extend this line, which I should have did, you can see that it's still remaining inside of the flag for now. It can break up, upward. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to break downwards. So we got Chevron here still pushing up. What a monster. DVM, we got a break out of our inverted head and shoulders here. DraftKings getting back within the channel. We did break out of the channel, put a bear flag in. It did trend down, but kept having green days. That's letting you know you got some bullish momentum there. Seeing that wick, no surprise that we pushed up there. No surprise at all. Back in the channel, trying to take the moving averages out. XLE, we got a break out of this ascending triangle, we got a break out of this inverted head and shoulders as well. That one's upward sloping and takes some of the probabilities out of the trade, but not surprised it broke out. With all the energy names breaking out, I'm not surprised at all. So First Solar, we've been watching this broadening channel here. You can see we come down here and we're it's bagging out at the bottom of the broadening channel. Not crazy about this. As far as I'm concerned, the pattern got wrecked, but just dotted the line out to keep an eye on it. Right now, we have come right back into that same zone, and we're going to watch it for resistance. MACD's trying to change character there. GME still trading in this descending triangle. I thought we would get follow through on that today and push out of it. Google, just ugly here. Earnings, look at this big volume coming in. That's not a good. When you see selling pressure like that, that's not good. Stay away from stocks like that. Reminds me of Facebook. Gush, we got to break out of this inverted head and shoulders. QQQ, big, down candle today. We needed a day off. Let this 9 and 20 come up. See what what the catalyst that tomorrow's catalyst bring. Market still looks decent here. I mean, we did pull back today. You can see the Qs. So we're above this 200, but we're wedged right into the 9. So you can see your resistance there, and it's on a weekly chart. So that's huge. We are above the 200 holding support, but being stuck into that weekly 9 is resistance. One support, the other resistance. It's a bad place to be. TLT pushing up here, we did manage to take the 9 back. IWM's, we were watching for this bear flag, and we have broke to the upside, back above the weekly 200, the weekly 9, the weekly 20, your weekly 50s up here. That's worth watching. Let's see if we can get follow through off this candle. Remember, that candle does not close until tomorrow, until the end of the week. IWM daily trying to push up today. Was very tight ranged doji there. IWM 15-minute, you can see we pushed up and come right back to the open. That's why we got that flat candle like that. Mara, nice push up. Took the day off today. Got back in the Bollinger Bands. Watch the 200 if we continue to push. Bitcoin, strong. MRK, give us another good day, but you can tell we're running out of steam. Look at the size of your candles. Big candle, smaller, smaller, smaller. Just, that's a way to tell you that, hey, I'm running out. And it may not do anything but hang out or pull back, test off the 9 and push again. But why sit in that? Why sit in that for the pullback? So let's just say you're up right now. You're up 100% on this trade. Why would you let it pull back just to sit into the trade longer instead of taking your profits here and then getting back in when it reconnects with a 9? You're not, if you're not locking profits in, then you're really not growing. If you're not bringing it home with you, then you're not growing. Lock them in. Don't over focus on one trade. Trading needs to be about a series of trades. They say let your winners run, and there's nothing wrong with letting your winners run, but you don't have to sit into a trade forever. Lock them in, because somewhere else there's another opportunity. As you can see, as stocks, if you look at the Merck, the candles, you kind of really got an inside day. You got your nice push up, you got another follow through day, then you got an inside day. And, while you're sitting there in that inside day, you can have another stock that's breaking out. I realize, a lot of people are trying to get every penny out of a stock. I don't look at it like that anymore. I look at the opportunities. There's so many opportunities in the market. While you're sitting there, there's another opportunity that's breaking out with momentum pouring into it. You can see Meta here weekly under that 9. These charts are invalid now. The 15-minute chart tells the story. Under the moving averages there, some pretty heavy volume come in, and you can see the earnings move. I did get a nice trade on this though. Doing earnings on this push up here. Got a very nice trade out of that. Scalping the earnings move. MU, you can see we're back above, or not all of them, because we got our 200 up here, but we're back above the 9, the 20, and the 50 right there, flagging down, waiting for them to catch up to see how that works out. Microsoft, we are right into a previous resistance level here, so we definitely need to clear that, which is right where our 50 is. Your 50's coming right down, telling you there's a major resistance level there today. And then actually that was yesterday, and then the earnings report come out. The earnings wasn't bad, but they guided down, and today you can see with the big gap down, even with the heavy volume, couldn't quite bring it back up. Microsoft 15, you can see the big move down there on earnings. Got like a 72-cent trade on Microsoft. It wasn't a huge trade, but was 1,000 shares, so it paid nicely. Under the 9 here on the weekly chart, MRO still pushing up, but once again, you can see the initial breakout, the momentum coming in. You got your follow-through day, your momentum. Your next day was just kind of a inside day, so there was no real reason to continue to sitting in here when somewhere else there's another stock somewhere that's breaking out with fresh momentum. Definitely got a nice breakout there of our pattern. MU15 choppy. The NASDAQ, you can see the same thing. NASDAQ pushing up. Took the day off today. You can see that 9 and 20 coming up. Decent MACD there. It's got a lot to do with what happens with these earnings. Netflix, strong one today. We had this on our radar this morning. NVIDIA, same thing. Push up. Nice push. Took the day off. Moving averages are following the price up, so good sign. NVIDIA, nice push up after hours. So a chip manufacturer must have reported earnings. I haven't dug into it too deep. Been worried about getting the charts and stuff ready for the video. But definitely up. Under the 9 and 200 on your weekly. So, like I said, we got some big resistance areas here. Oxy grinded up today. Grinded up and did pull back. You can see we're still trading within our head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulders here. And now we have finally pushed up today out of it. Palantir, we put this higher low in, low, higher low. You got a high. When you put in a higher low, you're expecting to put in a higher high. And you can see Palantir here in the big move up and then a reversal. Just a day trader's dream. What an awesome, awesome trading day. Trading in this little symmetrical, downtrending symmetrical triangle here, kind of bear flagging. It just doesn't look good for Peloton. Plug, bear flagging on the 9 here. Another one it just doesn't look good on. It doesn't have the strength. When you got the whole market pushing right now and you got these names that just ain't responding, it's just not good. Rivian had a big candle yesterday. Got some follow through on that candle today. Roblox trading in this little cup here. It's not exactly textbook my line. She needs to be straighter. I should have moved that line up. SPX daily, nice push right into our right into our daily 50 there. CRM, so we're above the 9, the 20, the 50 here. This thing's had a nice rip. Pull back today. Kind of need a day off. Need to let the moving averages catch up. I would rather it push up, backfill, push up, backfill. You can get a better trend like that than just being totally extended and then crashing back down. CRM, you can see a nice trend today, up, back down. You see most of the market traded like that. Snow. So this was reacting. This chart looked really nice. You had your contraction, expansion, was waiting for a trend, and this reacted to the bad earnings last night. Unfortunately, that chart was primed and ready to go. SoFi, nice push up, pull back, down after hours. You can see the nice candle there yesterday, right into the 50. Got snatched back there. SPY, right into, this is your SPY weekly chart, right into your downtrend. You got your 20 here, kind of trading in between your 9 and 20. We need to take that 20 out on the weekly. It's a big level. You can see SPY here taking this downtrend out that we had on our radar, right into the 50 and rejected there. Nice. I know a lot of people are like, oh, big push, and then, I give it all back. But for me, locking in profits, that's just money on the upside, money on the downside. SPY, so we talked about our head and shoulders on our trend chart and inverted head and shoulders, including the pattern. We've covered this pattern quite a bit. Starting to look like almost like a W now. Yeah, it's not a perfect inverted head and shoulders. That shoulder was weak, but it worked. Square breaking out here, trying to push up, staying inside the Bollinger Bands. 50's coming. Watch this area of resistance there. SQQQ, we were looking for a bearish move out of this. Got it. XLK, not a bad candle today versus some of the other ones are a little flatter, but we did pull back. Nice push up and a pullback. Tesla had a pretty good day. Heavy flow coming in Tesla today. But here on your daily chart, we were pushed right into the 20, and that was resistance. TLT, this is TLT's weekly chart. You can see this week we're trying to recover some of them losses. Most of that's on today's candle. The past 2 days candles, I guess I should say. Tesla, the last 2 days have just been on fire. Very nice trends there. Uber, you got your 50 here as resistance. Pull back. You're kind of following the market today. UNG had a nice push today. We had the crude report come in at 10:30. Even though it doesn't really refer to natural gas, sometimes you can still get a push off of those numbers. So we pushed right up into our 15-minute 50 and got rejected there. UNG, you can see Y traded right into the 9 and got rejected there. Upstart, yeah, I'm looking at UPS, but it's because the tag's there. You're say like, what? All right, so we had a big candle right into resistance. We got our 50 coming through here. We are above our 9 and 20, but we're wedged right in between a 9 and 20 and 50 on a daily. That's no place to be. You need to have room to make money. You do not want to enter trades. I'm not saying that it won't work. I'm not saying you won't win a trade. But the bad thing is you're probably going to win a couple trades like that, and then you get this bad habit and start doing it more often. You got to have room to make money. If you don't have room to make money, you really shouldn't be trading the stock. There's too many other opportunities out here to trade something that's pinched in between two moving averages. And that goes for time frames. If you're trading intraday, you don't want to be there on intraday charts for sure. You can see Upstart, big move, pullback. X putting in this little rounded bottom. We've been able to push up above the 50 here. Wells Fargo, this is a weekly. We are heading back to this resistance level. We need to take that out. So we do have a higher low here. So we should be putting in a higher high. In time, weekly charts take a little bit longer. You can see we've been grinding up here. Walmart, we had this descending triangle breakout, and it's been ripping on that. Very nice move there. XLF, you got this head and shoulders. ExxonMobil, bull flag. XOP, inverted head and shoulders. That concludes our video for the night. I hope everybody has a great night, and I'll see you in the trading room. Remember, discipline is the key to your success.